Hey there folks, and welcome to this video. This one here is a review for stage 8 of the 2022 Dakar Rally. And let's start off with the truck category. Yesterday, Van den Brink gave De Roy's Iveco team a 3rd place in the standings. Kamaz probably weren't too happy about that, so much so they ended up taking the top 4 in today's ranking. Sotnikov from Karganov, from Nikolaev, from Shipilov. Kasale was the first non-Kamaz, 20 minutes off of Sotnikov's time and 12 minutes behind Shipilov. In the general standings, that means that Sotnikov now has an 11:25 lead over Nikolaev, with Shipilov in 3rd, 40 minutes back. Leprai is in 4th, an hour 30 back, and only 10 minutes clear of Karganov. If we go across to the car category, though, it was a 1-2 for Audi. Ekstrom picking up the scratch with Petter Hansel in 2nd place. Loeb was 3rd, and well, yesterday we were talking about issues for Nasser Al-Attiyah losing 5 minutes. Today, he ended up losing 7 to Loeb. After punches for both drivers, and I want to go back to the punches in a couple of moments' time. We ended up seeing that Al-Attiyah was only in front-wheel drive mode. So even though he was able to push towards the end, because Loeb lost a tyre, so he was running the final, I think, 250 km without a spare, the gap was 7 minutes between the two of them. So although Loeb was 3 minutes behind Ekstrom and 2 minutes behind Petter Hansel, the gap is now down to 37.58. If it keeps up at this pace, it will be close to the end of the rally. But let's talk about the punches, because the punches were a big story in the 2021 edition. And I think they were a bit of a story in the 2020 edition as well. But this is a big thing, because it seems like at the moment, at least for the front runners, punches are happening on a daily basis, or at worst every other day. And although it's a reduced rate compared to last year for front runners picking up punches, it is still happening at a high rate. And considering the Toyota were considering withdrawing from, or pulling out of the Dakar if changes weren't made to reduce the risks of punches, it raises a couple of questions in my opinion. Let's go across to the bike category though, and again it's a change at the front of leaderboard. Sunderland takes it back from Vorkner with Van Beveren in 3rd. Van Beveren lost time in a navigation error, is now 4 minutes 43 behind Sunderland. Sunderland ended up taking a 2 minute 53 win over Quintanilla today, with Vorkner 4 minutes 11 behind the Brit. Interestingly enough, 4th place Ricky Brabeck, 6:44 back. He's had a quite quiet Dakar this time around. Let's go over to the quads next, and well, it soon became 2. Kopetti is now half an hour behind Giroud, but with Wisniewski 2 hours 12 behind Giroud, it doesn't look like much else could end up happening over the final couple of stages. Of course, everything could happen in a Dakar, so it could end up with none of the top 3 end up winning the event. But I think the big headline from today was Maximov being out of the event. Of course, he was an hour behind Giroud, but that's probably the biggest story in the quads for today. If we go across to the likes of the prototypes and the SSVs to wrap up, Quintero is now taken another stage with this time 12 minutes over Ericsson. Lopez Contado is 17 minutes behind Quintero in the overall, so, well, not the overall, sorry, the stage ranking. So that would be a dent in the lead, but then the lead over Ericsson is still an hour 19. And Alvarez, who's in 3rd, is nearly 3 hours back. There were issues with Christina Gutierrez today, dropping her down to 6th place. But, yeah, it looks like it could be a record in terms of the amount of stage wins that Quintero could pick up in class. But even then, it won't be a win, because of a dreadful start to this edition of the Dakar. In the SSV, it was the Gotzals taking a 1-2, Marek ahead of Mikal, with Austin Jones clocking in 8 minutes 10 behind the Gotzals today. But his lead is 6:38 over Fares Guel. That was extended by only 5 seconds in today's special. But if you look at the rest of the class, you can see Pekchuska actually, so somebody from Rallycross fame, 10 minutes off the scratch. Domzala was 12:20 back. But at this point, it is between Michal Kotsau, Faris Guel, and Austin Jones by the looks of things. Pachuska is on the cusp of it, but is just about at the half-hour mark. Let's wrap up by talking about the original bimodal, and it is Geras Ninkas leading by 56.08 after today's stage. Losing 6 minutes 16 to winner Melot, and Engel ended up taking second place, a minute 35 behind the Frenchman. So that gap has started to come down a bit, but it is still around an hour's mark. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.